The civil rights movement was a mass struggle for justice, dignity, and equality. It challenged centuries of racial oppression and reshaped the United States forever. This is the entire history of the civil rights movement in just 3 minutes. The roots of the movement stretch back to the end of slavery. After the Civil War, African Americans briefly gained political power during Reconstruction, but white supremacy quickly reasserted itself through Jim Crow laws, segregation, voter suppression, and racial terror. By the early 20th century, Black Americans lived under a rigid system of inequality enforced by law. Resistance never stopped. Black communities built churches, schools, newspapers, and civil rights organizations. In 1909, the NAACP was founded to challenge racism through the courts. Legal victories slowly chipped away at segregation, culminating in the 1954 Brown versus Board of Education decision, which ruled school segregation unconstitutional. The modern civil rights movement exploded in the 1950s. In 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Her arrest sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, led by a young pastor named Martin Luther King Jr. The boycott demonstrated the power of mass nonviolent resistance. Throughout the late 1950s and early 1960s, activism spread across the South. Students launched sit-ins at segregated lunch counters. Freedom riders challenged segregation on interstate buses. Organizations like the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee mobilized communities at the grassroots level. The movement faced brutal opposition. Protesters were beaten, jailed, and murdered. Images of police dogs, fire hoses, and violent mobs shocked the nation and forced the federal government to act. In 1963, the March on Washington brought over 250,000 people to demand jobs and freedom, where King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. Major victories followed. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed segregation and discrimination. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 protected black voting rights in the South. These laws dismantled the legal framework of Jim Crow. As the movement evolved, new voices emerged. Leaders like Malcolm X and later Black Power activists argued for self-defense, economic justice, and black pride. The movement expanded beyond the South, addressing housing, policing, and economic inequality nationwide. By the late 1960s, the movement had transformed American society. While racism did not disappear, legal segregation was defeated.